Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel.
Unraveling the tensions in Port Charles, a desperate plea from Sunny. As the shadows of uncertainty loom over Port Charles, fans of General Hospital are bracing for another whirlwind of revelations and confrontations. On Tuesday, November 11th, the drama intensifies with Sonny Corinthos reaching a breaking point, turning to his son Michael in a moment of raw vulnerability. This heartfelt exchange underscores the fragile bonds within the Corinthos family, as old wounds and new suspicions threaten to tear them apart. With legal battles brewing and secrets on the verge of exploding, the episode promises to delve deeper into the motivations driving each character, revealing how far they're willing to go to protect their own. Sonny's plea to Michael isn't just a conversation, it's a father's desperate bid to shield his son from a storm that's been gathering force. In the wake of Drew Keene's shocking shooting, the narrative has twisted in unexpected ways, placing Michael squarely in the crosshairs of suspicion. Alexis Davis, stepping in as Willow Tate's fierce defender, is crafting a defense strategy that paints Michael as the true culprit, leveraging every detail of Willow's tumultuous past to build a narrative of motive and opportunity. Sonny, ever the protector, had already issued a stark warning to Michael, foreseeing how Alexis might exploit the family's internal fractures to sway a jury. Imagine the scene: Sonny, his voice laced with urgency, imploring Michael to rein in the simmering anger that's defined their recent interactions. This isn't mere advice. It's a tactical maneuver to prevent Michael from self-sabotaging under cross-examination. If Michael takes the stand, Alexis's sharp intellect could turn his frustration into damning evidence, convincing onlookers that his resentment toward Drew stemming from tangled romantic entanglements and business rivalries pushed him over the edge. Sonny's worrying stems from years of navigating Port Charles' treacherous waters, where one misstep can unravel everything. By begging Michael to stay composed, or perhaps even avoid the courtroom altogether, Sonny aims to neutralize Alexis's ploy, buying time for the truth to surface. This moment highlights Sonny's evolution from a hardened mobster to a man grappling with paternal instincts. Analyzing the risks, not just legally but emotionally, could this plea finally bridge the gap between father and son? Or will it expose deeper rifts? While Sonny navigates this family crisis, Detective Harrison Chase emerges as a pivotal force in the quest for justice, outlining a meticulously devised strategy that could shift the entire investigation. As a seasoned officer with a knack for piecing together elusive clues, Chase's plan likely centers on the unresolved mystery of Drew Keene's assailant, probing beyond the surface charges against Willow. Picture Chase in a dimly lit precinct room, maps and timelines spread out, detailing surveillance angles and potential witness leads that the initial probe overlooked. His approach might involve re-interviewing key figures like the Quartermains or even delving into overlooked alibis from the night of the shooting. Driven by inconsistencies in the forensic evidence, perhaps a mismatched bullet trajectory or an unidentified footprint at the scene, Chase's determination reflects his commitment to the badge. But it also raises stakes for those with hidden agendas. If his plan uncovers tampered evidence or ulterior motives tied to corporate espionage involving Drew's LQ dealings, it could implicate powerful players. Yet, the vagueness surrounding his blueprint adds layers of suspense. What if this operation involves undercover tactics that risk civilian safety, or collaborations with federal agents that complicate local loyalties? Chase's detailing isn't just procedural. It's a calculated push toward resolution, potentially exonerating Willow while ensnaring the real perpetrator. Analyzing his role, one sees how Chase embodies the thin line between order and chaos in Port Charles, where every plan must account for the city's penchant for deception. Will this initiative crack the case wide open, or will it inadvertently drag innocence into the fray, amplifying the episode's tension? Amid these high-stakes pursuits, Portia Robinson faces her own reckoning, stepping forward with a confession that could redefine her future and strain key relationships. Long burdened by the secrecy of her pregnancy, Portia has wrestled with the agonizing uncertainty of paternity, whether the child belongs to her devoted husband Curtis Ashford or the enigmatic Isaiah Gannon, a figure whose brief but intense presence in her life has left lingering questions. This revelation isn't impulsive. It's the combination of sleepless nights and moral dilemmas. As Portia weighs the impact on her medical career at General Hospital and her role as a pillar in the community. Envision her in a quiet corner of the hospital, voice trembling as she discloses the truth to a trusted confidant, perhaps Curtis himself. Detailing the circumstances of her encounter with Isaiah during a vulnerable period post-separation. The confession unpacks layers of guilt, the fear of betrayal, the ethical quandaries of her profession, and the biological unknowns confirmed only by preliminary tests showing ambiguous timelines. By sharing this, Portia seeks not just absolution but a path forward, potentially leading to paternity revelations that test Curtis's forgiveness or introduce Isaiah as a complicating factor in their blended family. This plot thread offers a nuanced analysis of personal agency in General Hospital's world, where women's choices often intersect with broader societal judgments. Portia's bravery in confessing could foster healing, but it also invites scrutiny. Will it strengthen her marriage or ignite new conflicts? Especially with Curtis's own history of resilience against adversity. Shifting to brighter horizons, Nina Reeves encounters an unexpected delight that breaks through her usual veil of complications. Known for her resilience amid betrayals and business hurdles at Crimson Magazine, Nina rarely savors unadulterated joy, making this surprise a refreshing pivot in her storyline. It might unfold as a serendipitous professional breakthrough, a lucrative partnership offer that validates her editorial vision, or a personal gesture from an unlikely ally. Like a reconciliation hint from Valentine Casadini that hints at mending old romantic wounds. Whatever the source, this positive turn arrives at a moment when Nina needs it most, counterbalancing the Corinthos family's turmoil and reminding viewers of her capacity for optimism. Delving deeper, this event could analyze Nina's growth, showing how past manipulations have honed her intuition, allowing her to seize opportunities that others might dismiss. In Port Charles, where good fortune often comes with strings, Nina's pleasant reaction suggests a genuine shift, perhaps even influencing her stance in ongoing feuds. Like her strained ties with Sonny. Contrast this uplift with the jolt awaiting Brooke Lynn Quartermaine, whose day takes a sharp, disorienting turn with news that shatters her equilibrium. As a Quartermaine heir navigating the cutthroat worlds of music and family legacy, Brooke Lynn thrives on control. But this revelation, described as profoundly jarring, upends her carefully constructed plans. It could manifest as a bombshell from ELQ boardroom politics, revealing sabotage in her latest venture, or a personal disclosure tying back to her mother Lois's Cholula roots, exposing a long-buried family secret that questions her identity. The shock's impact lies in its immediacy. Brooke Lynn, mid-conversation perhaps with Tracy or Ned, freezes as the words sink in, her quick wit giving way to stunned silence. This development invites analysis of vulnerability in the Quartermaine dynasty, where power masks emotional fragility. Brooke Lynn's response might involve rallying allies like Chase, blending her romantic life with professional fallout. Ultimately, this jarring news propels her toward resilience, transforming disruption into a catalyst for bold reinvention. Next, the ongoing storyline takes a dramatic leap as Nina Reeves, overwhelmed by guilt over betraying her daughter Willow, makes a devastating decision that leaves lives in ruin. With stakes higher than ever and loyalties tested, fans are left on the edge of their seats as the ripple effects of Nina's regretful alliance with Jack Brennan bring heartbreak and chaos to Port Charles. Nina's guilt-fueled deal with Brennan. Troubled by the weight of her recent betrayal, Nina is desperate to make amends and protect Willow at all costs. Despite her genuine maternal instincts, she finds herself cornered. Looking for a way to shield her daughter from pain, Nina reaches out to her risky connection, Jack Brennan, a shadowy figure linked to the WSB. Known for his cunning manipulations and relentless pursuit of personal agendas. But Brennan's help comes with a chilling ultimatum. He promises to forge evidence against Michael Corinthos, painting him as the villain behind the latest upheavals on the strict condition that Nina tears apart the marriage between Willow and Michael. For Brennan, acquiring emotional leverage over Willow is a move in a much larger, undisclosed plot. Nina must weigh the price, betray Willow's happiness, or risk everything to keep Brennan's threats at bay. Are you really asking me to destroy my own daughter's life? Nina's voice trembles as she confronts Brennan in a dimly lit General Hospital corridor. Brennan's reply is cold and calculated. You want my help? Then do as I say. Make Willow believe Michael has betrayed her. It's the only way. Planting seeds of doubt. Knowing what is at stake, Nina is racked with emotional turmoil but reluctantly agrees, driven by desperation and Brennan's manipulations. She approaches Willow at the Quartermain mansion, her nerves frayed, rehearsing the carefully constructed story Brennan has ordered her to deliver. Willow, I need to talk to you, Nina says softly, her eyes filled with pain. There's something you need to know about Michael, about the kind of man he really is. Willow, confused and anxious, replies, What are you talking about, Mom? Taking a shaky breath, Nina continues, I wish it weren't true, but Michael hasn't been honest with you. He's been seeing another woman just like what happened to you before. I'm so sorry, honey. For Willow, the accusation is a blow too cruel to believe. Her heart races as Nina's words settle in, seeding doubt and dread in the space between hope and heartbreak. Willow's emotional spiral. Staggered by her mother's revelation, Willow finds herself trapped between the urge to defend Michael and the fear that history is indeed repeating itself. Desperation gives way to anger as she pieces together fragments from recent weeks that now seem suspect Michael's late nights, the secretive phone calls, and his increasingly distracted demeanor. Why didn't he just tell me the truth? Willow cries, clutching a pillow in her bedroom, her voice trembling with a mixture of sorrow and fury. Was everything just a lie? Michael's attempts to reassure her fall on deaf ears. Each denial is met with distress. Every explanation sounds like another excuse. As Willow pushes Michael away, her anguish grows, and Michael, blindsided by these sudden accusations, pleads for her to see reason. Willow, please. Whatever your mother told you, it's not true. You've got to believe me, Michael insists, his hands shaking. But Willow is unable to silence the chorus of doubts planted by Nina. The fallout, cracks in the Corinthos marriage. What began as a fissure soon grows into a wide chasm. The once solid marriage crumbles beneath the weight of mistrust and pain. Willow, feeling utterly betrayed not just by Michael but by those she loved most, withdraws, seeking comfort in solitude. Michael's attempts to hold their relationship together are met with resistance as he is pushed further away. Their friends and family watch with concern as the couple, once considered unbreakable, now teeters on the brink of collapse. In a particularly wrenching moment at the hospital cafeteria, Willow confronts Michael one last time. I just need to know, Michael, she whispers through tears. Was there ever anyone else? Michael's silence, burdened by frustration and disbelief, is answer enough for Willow. Nina, meanwhile, is a wreck torn apart by the magnitude of her actions. She watches from afar as Willow's world unravels, haunted by the knowledge that she is the architect of her daughter's torment. And yet, she knows that Brennan, ever the puppet master, is waiting for her to fulfill her own end of the bargain. Brennan moves in. With the marriage in shambles, Brennan moves in to exploit Willow's vulnerability, just as he planned. Seemingly sympathetic, he offers her support, all the while subtly manipulating her emotions for his own ends. Willow, exhausted and emotionally raw, is easy prey for his schemes. You're stronger than you think, Brennan tells Willow, projecting concern. If you ever need anything, I'm here for you. Unbeknownst to Willow, her newfound confidant is orchestrating her downfall. Each interaction is part of a calculated strategy. Nina's regret. As the plot reaches its climax, Nina is left to pick up the pieces. The guilt threatens to consume her as she watches the fallout from her actions spiral beyond anything she anticipated. She faces the painful reality that in trying to save Willow, she may have caused irreparable harm. One night, Nina confesses to a trusted friend at the Metro Court. I thought I was protecting her. I never wanted this. I never meant for Willow to get hurt. She breaks down, finally forced to confront the consequences of her desperate alliance with Brennan. Port Charles left reeling. With trust shattered and love lost, Willow and Michael's broken marriage stands as a powerful reminder of how far Nina has fallen and how deep Brennan's manipulations run. Poor Charles is left reeling, uncertain if the truth will ever come to light or if the wounds of this betrayal will ever heal. For now, Nina's heartbreaking sacrifice and Brennan's sinister victory set the stage for further intrigue, heartbreak, and twists to come on General Hospital. Fans can only wonder, will redemption ever be possible for Nina, or has she truly lost her daughter forever? Stay tuned to General Hospital for the next emotional chapter in this unforgettable saga.
Thanks for watching, guys. See you soon. Bye.